So we just came from Col de Force, and it took us 2.5 hours to get down. We went at a slower pace than we've been holding before, but no big deal, it was great. We're going to Mottets now. It should take us about 30 minutes. And then we're hoping to finish up the day at Elisabetta. We'll see.
There's no better day. It's time to get away. I wanna see it all. The world is open wide. I wanna feel alive. I hear adventure.
It's just like preschool playtime, except I use butter. It's like, you know.
Is that's not butter, that's an abomination.
Look at it's the packet. This looks disgusting. It's disgusting. But look at when I get into the part that's all sealed up. Wow. It's beautiful. I wash my hands, okay, before I do this. Welcome to Mottets. So this is from whether you do the traditional route or the route we did, this is the only thing to stop at from Chapieux to Elisabetta, and it's well worth stopping for. We had kind of planned ahead of time. I really wanted to stop here for lunch, but it would be a great place if you decided to stay here for the night. It looks like a really nice refuge compared to, it looks a lot nicer than the one at Balm last night, although that one was very scenic. The food here is amazing. This is what we ordered for lunch. Of course, you start with some wine. We got the soup of the day. I'm sorry, we got the soup du jour, a crepe, and a cake. And it comes with bread. This is like gonna be perfect to get us over the next mountain. We got one more mountain to climb today.
Feels like a perfect day. Get lost and find our way.
Officially on stage 3 of the TMB. So as we mentioned earlier, you can go down to Les Chapieux, and then when you get to Les Chapieux, that ends stage 2, and then if you come up to here from Les Chapieux, then you start stage 3. But if you took the way we did, it cuts that off, so we're already on stage 3.
Mottets is amazing for food. I highly recommend working it into your schedule, whether you spend a whole night there or you just stop there for lunch.
The food was incredible.
It takes a lot to impress me for food.
It was so good.
Really, really good.
You could technically, somebody recommended to us that you could camp. You can't camp in the refuge, but just above the refuge, there's a rocky, grassy area where you could set up a tent.
I'll admit it wouldn't be ideal. If you're desperate, do it. We're about to crest this col, and supposedly there's another campground. We'll let you know if that one's better. Mottets, like to get an idea though how much it costs. So for a lunch, we had wine, a crepe, soup, and a cake, and that's 26 euros.
It wasn't like
that
super
each person
filling.
did. We split all those.
Yes.
But
it wasn't super filling, like we would be very hungry still if it was dinner, but for lunch it was perfect.
This is the good life. This is the good life.
okay, so I'm gonna totally go back and write a blog called Top. She didn't drink enough wine. Top viewpoints along the TMB. This is definitely one of them. So this is on your way past Mottets.
Mottets to Col de la Seigne.
Seigne?
Seigne?
I don't know the reading.
Seigne?
Look at the blog. We'll put the GPS. The next one was where we slept last night at Balm. And the other one so far has been from in front of the Refugio, not a Brevet, but the Refugio, that spot. That was Brevet Refugio.
Yeah.
The Refugio du Brevet.
Brevet.
Well, there's Glaciers. Okay, look at the blog.
This is the good life. This is the good life.
Oh my gosh, we're almost to the top of Col de, I don't even know what it's called. It's the one with the S. Seigne, and it's brutal. It's been almost an hour and a half, and the storm clouds start rolling in, and you hear thunder and lightning, so you get nervous, and it's so steep. Like literally every 5 minutes for the last 30, you just have to stop and let your legs rest. So be prepared. If you decide to go out of Mottets and you're going over to Elisabetta, be ready. Like, it's no joke of a climb. It's probably, our legs are tired, but it does almost feel like the hardest climb so far.
This is definitely one of the hardest sections of hiking I've ever done. And we've done a lot of really hard hikes. This hurts.
We did all 4 passes of Maroon Bells
in one day.
It feels like that.
Yeah, it's about the same. But we are about to crest the pass before we head down to Elisabetta.
Okay. Since I'm American and I only speak one language, there's the name of the col, since I couldn't pronounce it at all. At all. Welcome to welcome to Italy.
Walk on flat land again. It still hurts though so much.
Gabby, where are we?
We're in our first refuge on the Tour de Mont Blanc. I can't walk, but this is awesome. Other than that, I literally, my feet hurt so bad. Like literally every muscle, like my calves, everything just hurts.
Here's what happened. I hiked over Col de Seigne. It was great, but we were so tired. And like you descend in Elisabetta, it's supposed to be it was like an hour down, but it got to be 6 o'clock when we got there. And if we kept going, you can't wild camp in Italy. So our options were either to ask if we could camp here or keep walking to, there's a bus that you can get. It would have been another hour and a half, but it was already getting cloudy and we were so tired. So I saw Elisabetta, and it is in the most gorgeous location. I'm just like, we are going to go and ask if there are beds available. And luckily, thankfully, there are beds available. So we ended up staying in one of the gorgeous refugios.